Welcome to Packmates, a podcast about Magic the Gathering Limited, where what do we do?
Take a deep dive into the
current limited format or different ones if the current one sucks. We're a bunch of friendly card sharks.
Large sharks. Card sharks.
And I'm Ryan, the resident aggro expert.
Whoa, Andrew. I'm Robi, the resident truck driver.
You know, you're always like the last on the list.
You are.
Yeah, so you just kind of broke rank there.
I did. I'm sorry.
And I'm Andrew, the resident Lord of the Rings aficionado.
Gross.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Good set.
Name 5 characters, go.
Legolas, Smeagol, Frodo, Bilbo.
5, 4.
He's
Tom Bombadil.
Okay, that's actually 5.
That was triggering for Robi. That was for Robi. Best character in the book.
That's good, yeah. Huge
I've been part of the book club.
Yeah. You've been listening. I've been listening, even though I wasn't here.
Did you hear our part in the last week's thing where we were discussing on how I was going to watch all 862 episodes?
Yeah, there's abridged ones. I looked it up.
There's a bridge one?
Really?
No way.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's
funny.
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so enough about Doctor Who. Why don't I just talk about my deck tech because I went 3-0.
Can I say one thing? You doing the math was fucking adorable on the Doctor Who episode. Like, I have to be listening to it all the time. I was like cracking up editing the video.
I need a separate cell phone plan.
Oh my god, that separate cell phone plan was hilarious.
I was like, that's not happening.
So I think the way to do it, so I thought I pondered all week long on how I was going to do it. I think maybe just bring in, if we find every single reference on a Magic card and watch an episode that the reference is from, that would probably cut it down to like 250.
See, I think what you do is you just break your arm the week that it comes out, so you don't have to go to work.
Yeah, like fake a kidnapping, right? Like
yeah. So like, just snap your arm. It's not that big of a deal. It'll heal. Yeah. And you get like 2 weeks off.
Or I could do it at work, so that way I get workman's comp, right?
Yeah,
that's better. That's better.
Insurance.
That's better.
I also heard if you cry in front of your boss, a single tear.
Robi over there looking like he just saw somebody litter.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
I hate littering. Yeah. But yeah, so we didn't draft Lord of the Rings this week because everyone hates it except Andrew.
Let's go.
Andrew likes it.
I love Magic again.
I'm the only
he won 2 weeks in a row. All it takes is one loss for him to never like it again.
Well, you know, I am the only packmate with a 3-0 win.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. Hardly.
Facts.
Man.
Yeah. Well, that's the show.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't want to win in that crappy set.
I hate it.
It's a good set. It's a very good set.
As the only mythic ranked packmate.
Yeah,
I got mythic.
I've got mythic before.
Yeah.
We're all mythic players.
I might grind it out on eldraine. You want to try to go for like top 100?
No.
I'm just gonna try to go to Vegas and do it that way. I'm gonna grind it out real life.
That much time, but I'll grind a mythic.
I might.
Once it hits quick draft, I hate doing it in Premier Draft.
It only counts if you do it in Premier.
It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Like, it takes you so long to like sit there and sit through all the drafts.
Yeah.
It means so much more.
No, it doesn't.
I know. It actually doesn't.
It means like nothing more.
It means more to me. It actually doesn't.
Yeah,
Robi,
I love quick draft.
Tell us how you do it. How do you wreck a draft of March of the Machines?
You just gotta open Breach the Multiverse. That's it. That's it. Like, I say that, but like, if you've never played with Breach before, you might not know like all the intricacies of it.
Remind us what it does.
Okay, Breach the Multiverse is a 7-mana sorcery that says each player mills 10 cards. For each player, choose a creature or planeswalker card in that player's graveyard. Put those cards onto the battlefield under your control. Then each creature you control becomes a Phyrexian in addition to its other types. So when we first saw this, we're like, oh, this is kind of good, but it costs 7.
It's trash.
Like, I thought it was maybe okay.
I thought it was trash.
I thought it was pretty bad.
But
we've seen multiple things like that, right?
Yeah, we've seen things like there was something like this in Lord of the Rings that was terrible.
Like it would have been even bad in Phyrexia All will be one.
Yeah.
Because like there's not a Tali. There's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. But like the fact that there's like these
bonus sheet.
The bonus cards, like the like what are they called?
Multiverse Legends.
Multiverse Legends.
Oh,
like
yeah.
absolutely breaks it.
Yeah.
And like all the degenerate blue-black stuff that you can do to like get it back and loop it forever. And that's basically was my entire deck was building around Breach the Multiverse. I had like 3 different ways to get it back, and it was really degenerate, and it was fun.
What would have happened if like somebody played an aggro deck against you?
They did, and Orion did.
My deck wasn't really aggro.
No, his deck wasn't really aggro. Yeah, his was mid-range.
I had like a couple tools against some aggro decks. Like I had the Glistening Deluge.
Yeah, that would have been
which would have been good against like
blue
yeah.
Most aggro decks are white based.
Right? They're white based in this format. Yeah,
the 3/1, right? Like it's basically just the 3/1.
I took a Deluge early too.
Yeah, Glistening Deluge in the sideboard. I had like ways to get back like anything that I needed to, like in between like Halo, Charge Scab, and surprisingly, this won me the game against Ryan. Was the 5 mana terrible, absolute garbage battle, Invasion of Arcavios, the 5 mana battle that says, whenever it enters the battlefield, search your library graveyard, which I did not realize.
Everyone doesn't even remember. That.
Yeah, I had no idea it did that. For an instant or sorcery card you unreveal it, put it in your hand.
Or sideboard.
Or sideboard, yeah. Or outside the game, right? No. But yeah. Yeah, I should have just kept Breach the Multiverse in my sideboard. That would have been so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty bad.
But yeah.
I feel like if I'd have remembered that, I would have been done better too.
I went 3-0, but I played 3 games against every single person I played. And probably about 90% of those game 3s happened because like I missed stuff. Because this format's hard.
It can be.
It's complicated for sure.
It can
There's
be.
like weird lines and yeah.
That bonus sheet really throws a lot of wrenches into
things.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not a fan of those. Not a fan of those bonus sheets.
Yeah,
but I got some news for you. Wilds of Eldraine is having
What?
a bonus sheet of enchantments, I think.
That's gonna be like that's gonna be
enchantments.
It's
enchantments.
Yeah.
There's some good ones though.
Is there omniscience?
I don't know. I think there was like necropotence or something.
I saw necro.
funny.
Yeah, can you imagine being the guy who cracks a necro and just like, all right, well, black necro. I'll draw 7 cards.
Yeah,
That's funny.
It's just like that's got to
some
be
good ones.
How sick would that be in sealed though? Oh
Yeah,
my
that'd be sick.
gosh,
It
that would be
real
good.
Stupid.
Yeah, that'd be nuts.
Wasn't there a Rhystic study too? Is that one?
Rhystic studies in there
funny.
too. Yeah, there's some high money
Stasis. We
cards.
need stasis.
Smothering Tithe?
Smothering Tides in there. Yeah,
That's funny.
I feel like it's going to be super good in sealed, and that's going to be the most swingy sealed like ever because you're opening 6 of those.
It just depends on like how good enchantment removal is. It like might be that like maybe they aren't that good.
Well, hopefully they have enchantment removal stapled to things like some of the other sets have had before. Adventures,
enchantment removal.
Yeah, that'd be good.
We're getting off track. I'm sorry.
No, you're
yeah.
good. I put blue black. It's good.
Was it good back then? I don't even remember if it was it like a tiered deck in Mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, Blue
Was
Black
it
was,
the
Blue
best
Black
deck?
was the best deck.
It was the best deck?
It was
I
the
don't
best
remember
deck,
that.
and then like there's like
There's like
the last
multiple
week.
variations.
The last week, blue white started being the best deck because people started taking Invasion of Amonkhet, but it still wasn't. I don't think it was really the best deck ever.
Like blue was the best color by far.
Maybe
not by
Yeah,
far,
not by
but
far. It's like way more fair. Like every single color pair can kind of like blow you out.
I remember red being a little of the weaker of the
Yeah,
two. Now I
red was
remember.
probably the worst, but it wasn't that bad.
But I remembered like one of the worst combinations was probably green black, right? Was green black one of the worst color?
No,
combos?
Green blue, I thought was
green
bad.
blue.
Oh, green blue, of course.
it's
Of course.
still-
No,
yeah.
actually, no. Green blue was good because you could corruption into Tawashi and do
There was
splash.
so the thing about
Maybe
this
it was
format
green red. It was green red.
is there's like
Oh, yeah, it was green red. It was green
absolutely
red.
busted. Yeah, green red was the worst for
yeah,
sure.
it was green red.
But there's like busted decks in every single color. Like it doesn't really matter that much. Like there's genuinely like there's possible busted decks in every color.
I did win F&M with green red with
Yeah.
4 of the signposts that have haste and
Yeah, I
yeah,
remember that actually.
yeah.
And the card has bad stats. But that's like this was the format that like broke all the stats. I
Yeah,
think.
because the bonus sheet, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, the bonus sheet.
And like there's
And
so
battles.
like every single card in this format has like a home where it could be played optimally. Like I genuinely
More
believe
cards
that.
than most. Formats.
Yeah, like
sure.
there's like way more playable cards. So there's like new decks every time I've played this. Like there's like different looking decks. It's really interesting. Like
Yeah, I do like this set. Going back to it, I
this
thought I was
is a
getting sick
blast.
of it
Yeah.
when we were playing it, but going back to it was a ton of fun.
Casting Traumatic Revelation onto. Oh yeah. Give it to me. I'll take it every week.
It was all right.
I loved it.
It was all right. It's kind of.
Andrew always hates the worst set or loves the worst sets.
It's so
Yeah.
good, man. It made me long for more Lord of the Rings. Like as I was drafting, I was like, "Damn, I just want to
The
play Lord of the
only
Rings."
person.
yeah.
so
I mean,
good.
it is an Andrew set, right? Like it's like removal heavy. And
Yeah,
It's simple.
I don't think so.
I
don't
think
know.
it's simple. I think it's like
I don't know. I liked. Was it All Blue one? All Blue one was pretty good, and then not March of Machines was the other one before that. Brothers War was hella good.
Like
Oh,
none of
Brothers
us broke any ground on March tonight. Like you draft Breach, I draft Glissa and Chandra, and Andrew draft Knights. Like
Yeah.
we pretty
It
much
took me
cookie cuttered it.
It took me 2 packs to remember what the hell was good in this set.
the Invasion of Arcavius is kind of cute. That's kind of a cute little.
Well, like
kinda-
it's just 2 copies.
We've done
of
it
Breach,
before, right?
It's
Yeah,
just-
we've done it before, right?
it's-
Like we did it in our
Yeah.
200 Dragon Sealed, and we flipped
Oh my
it.
gosh.
We flipped it and milled them for 20.
Yeah, and got 4 creatures,
Oh my gosh.
and then put Breach back on top and milled them to win.
Yeah, it was incredible. But we also like absolutely decimated their board because they had what's the green red dinosaur that fights something whenever it comes into play?
Oh yeah.
So we just ate
Oh,
their
Koga.
entire board.
Is that Koga?
Yeah, we like ate their entire board. And Ryan used his Lithomanic Barrage. I was like, Ryan, kill my Halo Church scab.
Yeah.
And then that was lethal. It was the most beautiful play I've ever made.
It was fun. It was good times.
Yeah.
Then we lost.
We lost, but we didn't even lose to anything good. We just got like mana screwed.
We got aggroed out.
Yeah. We got acre shaded, which felt so bad. Like, yeah. Yep. I love this format. Ryan, tell us about your deck.
Red black, good stuff. With
Invasion
way
of
too many
Arcadia.
3-drops. Invasion of Arcadia on the wheel. Best
I
battle.
Get it back. I
Best
get it
battle.
back.
Didn't draw it except the one
It's
time
really
against
good.
you.
Yeah.
That's the one where it's like a 2-mana battle. You discard a card and draw 2, but the back like pumps out endless 2/1s with haste. But I got Glissa and Chandra. I opened Chandra, never saw her all night. Never played her. Glissa played quite a bit.
Yeah.
Very good. Very
Glissa's
good.
very good.
Even on turn 4 against Andrew.
Scooped it up.
Did you ever lose a game where you resolved Glissa?
You know the answer to this.
I know the answer to this.
The turn after I resolved it.
Yeah.
Because
when I realized that
slow
Invasion
roll.
of Arcavios could get my Breach of the Multiverse that Ryan milled into my graveyard
Yeah.
after I played it once and got back my Halo Church Cab and put it back on top of my library. He milled it with Unseal the Necropolis, and I didn't just have to sit there with no win cons. I could have just got that win con back like 8 turns ago.
Yeah, that would have honestly been way cooler than how it shook down. 'Cause I got you to like 2, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, no, it was good. Like I put in 2 mill cards just because like that was your only way to win against me.
Yeah.
and I thought it was gonna work for a minute. I was pretty proud of myself, and then it didn't.
I realized it did that. Yeah.
Yep,
was
but
funny.
it was
Good game.
It was a super good game.
Yeah, I had like good games like even the games that I got like mana screwed weren't that bad. Like mana screw always sucks, but like
Yeah,
it's more I don't know. It felt nice to go to game 3 every game.
you're the only person I went to game with.
Yeah. I went to game 3 with everyone.
And that's because we decided to draw, so I didn't even care.
Yeah.
I didn't even care at all.
Yeah. We split.
I would have got better cards if we wouldn't have.
Dang.
I'm kidding. Your deck was sick. I think my deck was like pretty decent. Glissa was obviously sick, but Ayara, I never actually played. You played it more than me.
That's funny. I got it back twice.
I never actually resolved it. I had 8 3-drops, but 10 1 and 2 drops, and then 2 cards that cost more than that. So.
I think I probably had more 2-drops than you.
1 and 2 drops?
Mm-hmm.
Probably because you had like 3 counters and 3.
I build aggro decks like I build control decks like aggro decks.
Chill.
So
You have 1/1s. Chill.
I have curves like aggro decks, right? Like my curves always kind of look like an aggro deck.
Yeah.
I always have like a trillion 2 and 1 drops.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mine's the mid-range version, kind of, because
you have a bunch of 3 drops.
I did sideboard stuff out for you to make it a little faster.
Nice.
What about you, Andrew? How'd you do?
Oh, I did terribly. Like, yeah,
How
2-1.
terrible?
2-1's basically a loss. I might as well have gone to 0-2.
2-1's fine.
I might as well
Packmates
go 0-2
1,
drop.
2, 3. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool to see. Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't really sure about this set when I was playing it. And I don't know. I didn't realize it. I forgot what was good in this set, like flat out. I just looked at a bunch of black cards. I was like, oh, I gotta take some black cards because I thought I was still in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, this is good. You
It
take a
is
bunch
really
of
good
removal.
though. Yeah.
And then I just realized, I was like, oh, no, wait, that's not where I want to be at all. And and I remember Knights were really good. And I remember that pack too. And then I realized at that moment that I was going to not win the draft because my deck was not going to, it would be like a power level. It would be pretty good, but it wouldn't be on the level where I could have refined it. I didn't have very many good,
Sideboard.
I didn't have sideboard options
You
at
didn't
all.
have too many cuts.
No, and then I actually was scrapping for playables, and I ended up having to play like an Natali just to go to the top end. And so I was splashing like a double flip card. But I also had like Furnished Host Charger. That's the guy who cycles for a mountain. And I had 2 dual lands.
Captain Lannery Storm helps too.
Which one?
Is that Captain?
That's a
That's a
Tolly.
Tolly.
That's a Tolly. Yeah, it's a
Tolly's
Tolly.
a bomb.
I thought it was,
Tolly's a bomb,
Tolly's
though, yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah, no. I knew I was going to play it. I mean, but I was like, literally, I don't have another white or blue card in my sideboard. And I didn't have enough to play like 7, to get to like 17 land. I didn't have like 23 playables. And so I said, oh, crap. Now I need to have a Tolly in my deck because of that. And I had a bunch of black cards, but the black cards were all double pipped and they didn't really fit with the deck, you know, like especially when you're trying to go with like a really heavy Knights theme.
Yeah.
Like I got to
There's
play
not
every
really
night.
room for it. Yeah.
No, there really isn't. Yeah, I had to play the 1/3 double striker. And I was just like, that's pretty chaff. It's not the best card.
If I remember correctly,
Mhm.
the Knights weren't even that good. It was mostly just the 3/1 and printing Knight. But other than that, you just played good white and blue cards.
You had to have Marshall Zephyr.
No, for the
That's how
Knights
I
deck.
felt.
But
That's
I
how I
thought
felt. Yeah.
I thought that there was a white blue deck that wasn't the Knights deck. That was like pretty decent.
that was okay too. But like the
Mhm.
strongest version of it had like 2 or 3 Marshalls of Zephyr, and the 3/1.
The 3/1 is insane.
Yeah, it was good.
For
Yeah,
sure.
the 3/1's really good. I saw
And
one.
it's like really stupid.
I let one slip through my hands and I was like, oh man, that was pretty bad. And I knew I needed it. And it was like, oh, my deck was like set up with a bunch of 3s.
What do you have as far as removal?
I had Realm Breaker, Sealed of Existence. That's the O-Ring. The Realm Breaker is like a pacifism. I didn't have very many good blue removals. I did have Protocol Knights, so I was able to like tap their guys down like pretty effectively. I had it was one of the was it Invasion of Kamigawa?
The tap one?
That's the tap one that makes a guy. They're all bad though. Like that was the other thing too. Like I knew like by putting that in my deck, I actually lowered my win percentage. It
So
was
they say that, right? But
100% true.
Invasion
Some
of
battles.
Kamigawa, yeah.
Yeah, some
Yes.
battles.
There's
But
like the bounce
Mercadia
one.
and Amonkhet. And
The bounce one's okay too. Like the bounce one.
It
It's
can
okay.
be,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
I was in the camp of like, if you put that in your deck, you were like legitimately like deviating from the game plan. Like when you're playing Knights, you have to go for face. Like that was the whole trick of the Knights deck because you were able to get underneath the counter spells. Get
Invasion
underneath.
of Kamigawa, yes.
Well,
There
like what's
is,
another one?
The blue white one. The one.
That's
the
what he's
bounce spell
talking
one?
about.
The bounce spell one?
Is that the bounce spell one?
Yeah, where you get an XX on the back where X is how many
No.
creatures.
No.
It's that one.
No, I thought he was talking about the bounce spell, the white blue one.
No, he's talking about.
There's a bounce spell?
Yeah, there's a bounce spell one.
It's like
that
a
costs
man of
4 mana.
war, but like
Yeah.
No, that's bad too. I thought it was bad.
It's better than that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I passed that. I
It
didn't
makes
care
a
for
big
it.
dumb flyer.
Nah, it wasn't really for me. Again, it was like,
can work,
how do
yeah.
you go? Like, you're diverting 4 damage. You're putting a lot of resources in that too, and it's just not enough. Like, you could just go face. Like, there were games where I was like, I dealt 8 damage to one of these things over time, and it just felt bad. I was like, all right, well, I'm just kind of doing that to get like some incremental advantage. Also, my deck was like trying to go towards the later game because I didn't have very many 1s and 2s, and so that was kind of like a fault of the deck. But no, I knew it was like lowering the win percentage, just putting it in there.
isn't Xerex just better than Kamigawa because it bounces?
Yeah.
They have to replay it. They have to pay like the mana again, and this one's
Yeah.
just taps it.
Yeah, no, oh yeah.
Like even if you don't flip it, right? Like
Yeah, it's like fine.
I mean, it's just like a bounce spell at that point in the
But
deck.
that's okay, right?
I don't know
yeah.
if he'd really like. It wasn't really like for me in this kind of thing. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, they're close, right?
They're pretty
just
close.
the front side is close.
I mean, I would if I had another blue card that was a creature, I would not have played that.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Or
Sure.
it could have been anything, and I would have played it. I'm like not joking. Like definitely would have played it. If I had another like maybe good red card, maybe. I don't know. I didn't really have very much of anything. I could have played a City on Fire. I almost played the City on Fire
Oh, you
over.
should've.
I almost played the City on Fire over the Kamigawa.
That would've been
Like
fun.
it was
That's
pretty
cute.
close. It was pretty close to
That's
me.
real greedy.
Because
I
well,
appreciate
it wasn't like it was greedy, but I mean, it was just like I just knew that there's like I remembered that. I remembered it as I was drafting it, and I said, "Ah, crap, I'm already screwed." I should have just kept with black and just played like almost a mono black deck at that point, and just tried to cut Robi, and that would have been fine.
I was cutting. Blue and black were just wide open for me. Like other than the removal, I didn't see like black removal, but there was plenty of blue removal to go around.
Yeah.
And the counters were going. I got a last pick, Assimilate Essence,
Yeah.
which is tight.
Yeah, yeah. I just wish I would have like actually. I wish I would have listened to our old episode just before we drafted, or at least knew.
I'm
what
pretty
the set
sure I
was.
told everyone just to force the mirror all the time.
So wrong.
I was just
I
wrong.
did it to pretty good effect during the
You-
set, right?
Got breached this. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I
over
mean,
the
like,
course. Yeah,
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 yeah.
Sure. Yeah,
Did you
Demir
win
was
more
good.
than? I don't know. I don't remember your win percentage on this.
When we went to Minneapolis, I did like
He did
5
well.
drafts in
Yeah.
a row,
Yeah, he did
first
well.
place.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Why are you bringing up the most tilting trip of my life? I hated that place. I'll never go back.
Minneapolis, or
Minneapolis
just
is tight. Yeah. Huge fan.
Or
Maybe
good
if the Hard
Minneapolis.
Luck Cafe is still open.
Yeah.
What was it called? It was called
Hard Luck
Hard
Cafe.
Times
Oh my-
Cafe.
Hard Times, yeah.
They actually called it that.
Yeah,
Oh,
Robi
that's
took
so
me there
brutal.
after I was just
I took
tilted
him to
out
a
of my
completely
That's
mind.
so
vegan
brutal.
restaurant
Oh my
called the
god,
Hard Times Cafe.
that's so aptly named. Oh man,
People text us and we're like, we're one of the people in our group. Yeah, we're like, where are you guys at? And I said the Hard Times Cafe, and they're like, no, but really. I was like,
yeah,
no,
Ryan
it's
needed a break, so I tok him to the Hard Times Cafe. I was literally like, dude, I don't care, I'll go wherever you want. And then we pull up to the Hard Times Cafe.
It was real funny too. Like it was just like the
Oh my God.
most sketchy dude ever. Like with
was
the
good.
ponytail. It was good. Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
I'm anxious to see what we do next week. If maybe I can have some ample time to study and remember what the heck was good in these sets.
Yeah, I hope he'll just do 2 signups, and people that want to do Lord of the Rings can do it, and people that want to do the other thing.
We're gonna be living with Lord of the Rings for quite a while here, right? Like we still got
2 or 3 more weeks.
2 or 3 more weeks. Wait, when does Train comes in September, right?
Very early September. I
Early
think pre-release might even be end of August. I don't know.
Okay. Ooh, that'd be nice.
Yeah,
That'd be nice.
I'm ready for it. Adventures and
Is there
stuff.
anything good in there?
I think it's gonna be fun. I love the first Eldraine.
Did you like?
I did. I love the first Eldraine too.
I hope they do monocolors the thing again.
It was like one of the first sets where I started like winning FNMs, which is cool. So
That's
it's, like,
pretty cool.
nostalgic
Wow,
for me.
so it's got a good feeling.
Yeah.
What was good in that? Do you remember?
I played
Adventures, Cauldron Familiar,
all of them were good.
All of them.
Adventures, Cauldron Familiar, and Knights were all good.
And there was monocolor decks
that were mid.
that were pretty good.
Mid.
Pretty good. Like I got first place with like mono blue.
Wait, is that the one that had the if you paid 3 mana of a certain color?
Adamant
Oh
stuff.
man, I remember that mono white was hella good. I remember
I don't know about mono.
I remember taking it in Premier Draft and like I had a pretty high win percentage in that. Just if things were going bad, I'd go pure mono white and just
mono
like
green was very good. I remember that being the main one. And then there was so much.
I do remember mono white now.
Yeah.
Flutter foxes, bro?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Flutter foxes?
Yes.
Forget about it.
Yeah, they were good. And even that pump spell was good too. When you had the adamant on it, I think it was like +1/+1 and gave him vigilance, but it was like something
Adamant indestructible to the board?
That's what it was. Yeah. That card was hella good.
What was the 2-mana 3/1 food elf?
The
Oh, you know what I'm talking about.
Preserver?
Moraleaf Rider.
Yes.
Was my favorite card of all time. It's a 3/1.
Oh,
and
yeah. I remember that guy.
if you sacrifice a food, they had to block it. And it was like, there were so many degenerate food strategies. It was beautiful.
It's crazy you said mono white because I just remembered just like on Arena, just smacking with mono white for several weeks.
Oh, yeah. It was completely underdrafted. Nobody cared for it. And you're just like, all right. You could see it open. And you're just like, I'm about to 7-0 this draft or
You'd
whatever.
splash some green adventures.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Throne of Eldraine.
Cauldron Familiar games. Dude,
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
this board
Merfolk
stage.
You had an
Secret
oven
Keeper.
kitty.
Mill decks were a thing. That was a real thing.
That was a thing. Yeah. With them.
Bassas?
Didn't say
No.
please.
Oh, that card
Oh,
sucked.
yeah.
Yeah,
That card sucked.
with Merfolk Secret Keeper, Mono Blue Mill. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, that was
And
pretty
then there
fun.
was that broom. One of the guys.
Oh, yeah.
You remember the broom?
I do
Oh my
remember
gosh. Yeah,
The broom that makes a copy of itself. I've
yeah.
like walked over to people with board states where they had like 9 brooms.
Yeah.
In play.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I love
Gosh.
that format.
Yeah, that was good.
The giant.
The Beanstalk Giant was
Beanstalk
just,
Giant was
stupid.
insane.
it
yeah.
always degraded to like you paying like 5 colors or something like that. It was always like splashing for that extra thing.
Yeah.
It was pretty
Beanstalk
good.
Giant was tight.
Yeah, just having all these things on an adventure was always fun. It was just like, oh yeah, I got all the value.
There was
here.
like the adventure
the Knights deck was
board
pretty
wipe.
fun too, huh?
There was like the adventure board wipe, the white giant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lucky
Well,
Clover, dude.
Lucky Clover.
Whenever someone played Lucky Clover,
Oh,
it was like one of the
gosh.
worst feelings of Magic. You're like, shit.
You knew you were about to lose the game when they got that on 2 and you didn't have an answer for it.
Yeah.
And then the
Lucky
board
Clover
states
was
with
stupid.
Yeah, it was
multiple
pretty
Lucky
bad.
Clovers
What
were
was the
just like,
one mana guy that you drew a card whenever you played an adventure?
oh, the Innkeeper? or
The
whatever?
Innkeeper,
Yeah. And
Those are
like
some
that
savage
with
lines.
because the Lucky Clover decks always had that guy too.
Yes, they did.
The
It
Lucky
was
Clover
so
decks were
stupid.
just so busted.
That was always the tough
That card
one,
was
too. You played-
banned in standard.
Yeah.
It was so good.
And wasn't it banned on Arena for like the other format too, like Historic or whatever?
Yeah, it is.
It was.
It
Yeah,
got
yeah,
banned,
it
yeah.
was. Yeah.
That's funny. It's
Man.
banned. Is it in Pioneer?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It might be a banned.
Yeah.
But yeah, that card's so dumb. What was the Brazen Borrower too?
Yep.
That was
Brazen Borrower,
Mythic, yeah.
Mythic.
Borrowers there.
Like there's still cards we play today. Bone Crusher Giant.
Yeah.
Sick.
Like half of Pioneer is like Throne of Eldraine.
It was good. I remember like there was a guy who was like, it was a night where you just like, it gave +2/+0 and it was just like, that's good enough.
Rim
Yeah. It was just
Rimrock Giant?
Rimrock.
Rimrock
night or
Knight
something.
or something like that.
I just remember you do it You'd play it and just go for it.
Embercleave.
Oh yeah, that was his adventure.
Embercleave was
Yeah.
there too. Holy crap! I forgot about Embercleave.
And Stonehenge, the great,
The
Oh, the Great
Hand
Hand. Yeah,
Hand.
that was a really good set. My
and
gosh.
the Cauldron. What was it?
That Cauldron to Eternity.
Yeah,
That says sick.
Oh man, I got a box. Let's do this.
sounds
Yeah.
fun.
I love that.
We'll, have
I'm
to-
in.
we'll figure out something about that.
Mara Leaf
Well,
Rider, my boy. I own like 9,000 copies of that card.
So
That's
fun.
fun.
It's not even good.
I would first pick it. I would like pass a green rare and first pick Mara Leaf Rider.
It's not that good. You're
I love it.
tripping.
I love it. I just love it. He's just me, basically. He has long hair too. He looks like me, like a good elf.
you guys ready to play 60 minutes? I'll be the moderator.
Okay.
Andrew, is it ethical to play past time if no one called time?
No.
Andrew's gonna say no.
Yeah. It's
What does
definitely-
Roby say?
Yeah, that's fine. Ties are the
It's
worst
definitely
thing
not.
in the world.
Andrew, state your case.
It's part of the game rules. Like we all have to abide by it, or we're just might as well not play by the rules at all. We might as well not have rules. It's there for a reason. You've literally entered into a tournament for that reason, and everybody's playing by the set of rules. And why should that be? Why should you be exempt from them?
Rebuttal.
It's not that serious. It's F&M. Like, ties are the worst thing ever. Like like especially in a 7-man pod where prize support is kind of limited to the top 2 people. A tie takes you out of it unless it's like at the very end. Right?
So you're not.
And like there are ties where like you could do nothing wrong. Your opponent's just playing slow. Like you say that there's like rules, right? But nobody's enforcing slow play.
Sure.
Is anyone enforcing slow play?
I don't know if even in big tournaments sometimes
They
it's like,
enforce slow play.
I mean,
like it takes
you
a
have
lot
to, like,
to get to prove slow play.
you have
it
to
takes
get
a
past the
lot.
social awkwardness, and you kind of have to be like a tool to try to do like you have to like be playing against a tool to be like this guy's slow playing. Like you know what I mean? Like
It's,
90% of people would never call
yeah,
a judge to like
Yeah.
say
exactly,
that unless
right?
it's like
But, like,
intentional.
But there's slow play that affects the like length of games, right? Like I don't know if I want to too hard.
There we go.
I don't want to like
I think like it's okay to make the argument that it's not the player's responsibility to like track time in the round, maybe
Yeah.
that too, right? Like if time wasn't called,
unless it's like posted in the middle of the room. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean it's like they have clocks going. You know what happens when?
yeah, but like in a
So
huge
what-
tournament,
So what
Yeah.
happens when
Huge-
like the judge
huge
says
tournament.
it's time?
is it okay
Is
to,
it okay to go beyond
to
that?
not listen to the
To
judge
not listen
when
to
he
the
calls
judge?
time?
I do sometimes. Like
But
I'm gonna be
should you?
honest.
Would you ever do that if you knew you were going to lose?
Yeah, I would swear on my life, genuinely. I have before
Then why not just scoop all
Yeah.
a day?
because like if I have outs, right?
Sure.
Like I'd rather lose than tie.
I just
I think I'd rather tie
there's
than
some
lose.
times where I hate the person and I'll just like, but that's like pretty rare, right? Like, but like,
if I feel like
like I'm going.
Oh my gosh!
if I feel like it's not my fault that we went to time,
Oh, good.
and I feel like
That
I'm going
too.
to lose, I will do everything I can to tie. If I feel like we both played at a fair pace
Mhm.
and I'm gonna lose, then I'll just scoop and call it a day.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
definitely
Unless I
seen you
have
do that
outs.
too.
Yeah. But if I feel like it's my fault that we went to time, then like, yeah. But if I feel like it's not my fault, then I'll just shoot for the tie.
At the F&M level, I don't like to tie, right? Like it's fine.
I mean,
like,
nobody likes to tie.
Nobody likes to
Yeah.
tie.
There's only one thing you like to do, and that's win. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
tying does
Yeah.
like take you out of
I
first
only
place.
like to win. Sometimes the losing is cool too.
Well, is tying cool sometimes?
Tying cool.
What if it was a natural
the-
tie?
I've had cool ties. I've definitely had cool ties where like I've like there was no malicious intent of tying. Like nobody was like slow playing. We just had like ridiculous long games,
yeah.
just super drawn out games. I've like won off of like the life gain off tap lands. like I've had hype like ties before, but for the most part, like they just feel bad.
Yeah, I hate the only ties that like really drive me nuts are when I would have won next turn, and I feel like if we had a chess clock, I'd have 20 minutes left.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've been in
Yeah.
that situation many a time.
But I mean, it's to be expected at certain times, right? Like pre-releases
course,
and
yeah.
stuff, or like you're expecting to like.
Like, don't you just wish the person would just go to the next turn?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Like, don't you
But,
wish
like-
they were cool like me and were just ignored the rules?
No,
but like it looks
we
like
abide to play
if
by
you
them.
saw like there's certain people that if you saw them doing that to a new player, you would
Okay.
be upset,
Okay,
right?
so yeah, for sure. But like, let's say you were getting slow played. Would you accept your opponent giving you another turn?
I mean, I accept scoops all the
Andrew
time.
would for sure.
I accept scoops all the time, but if the
But,
judge,
like, if
when
you're
the
a
judge calls
scoop,
time,
yeah.
we play time.
Yeah.
And if my opponent like
If they offer you an extra turn, will you take it, knowing that
that's
you will
never
win?
happened.
It's
But
never
if they
happened.
did, would you take it?
I've
I don't
never seen
know.
anybody give me an extra turn.
Would you take it?
I mean,
Would you take
They're
it?
offering it. I mean,
I've
what's the
asked
point?
a
What's
judge
the
for an
scoop?
extension.
Okay, so
before.
then
Yeah,
that
I've actually asked that before.
completely nullifies.
no, because
I'm just talking about this argument, the rules argument.
because
If they
it doesn't
offer an
completely
extra
nullify.
turn,
Like you can both get DQ'd for that, right?
Yeah, we'll just both get DQ'd and just walk away from the tournament then.
but like you would accept that, right? Like
You'd
you would
accept
accept.
the DQ?
I don't.
No,
know.
you would accept the
No.
if they were like, hey, you can have one more turn. If you
Why
kill
not
me,
just
I'll-
concede?
That would
at that
never
point.
happen in a high stakes tournament where people would get DQ'd.
Yeah.
That would
I'm
happen at FNM.
I'm just saying hypothetically because it kills the rules argument.
I understand what you're saying,
right?
but at the same time, like, I guess it depends on how it was presented.
Rules aren't that important.
They are.
Oh, they are.
aren't that important.
Like you can't draw 9
that
cards.
you would
and get
still-
two back.
How would you feel if somebody pulled a card out of their sideboard and played it against you?
Like, how about I ask you this? If you
I'm
mulligan,
saying like rules are important, but like there are like times where it's not that big of a deal.
and
Like
that's like
going
a
like
casual
one at a
events.
time over.
That's
yeah,
only at
like
casual
I like
events.
FNMs, right?
Like casual events or whatever. Like if you're playing with the friends. And
If somebody
it's
was just
different.
like, hey, you can have one more turn, you would take it, right?
But if you and I played in the championship and you mold to 6 and I said keep 7, would you keep that?
I personally wouldn't.
Right. Most people wouldn't because they wouldn't want the asterisk of like, well, you let me have another hand.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the same with the tie, really.
I tell people that, and I like genuinely, in my heart of hearts, like just want to have a real game.
Same.
And like people do that against me, and I don't ever hold it against them, right?
Like, especially if
There-
we've
there are
already
times,
agreed to
right?
draw, right? Like, if we've already agreed to draw, like, what's
I
the
was
point
just-
of having a non-game?
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
But
That's a different story because you've already like set. It's already done.
yeah,
Like you're just having
even
fun. You
now,
wanna-
like sometimes, like if someone's like mulling to 4, I'll be like, just stay on 5, bro.
oh, down 5.
Oh, that's so benevolent of you.
Yeah. Well, like 4 is nothing, right? Like 4 is like a super non-game. Like you can win from 5.
I think it's okay to not play time until a judge calls it.
Yeah.
But I think once the judge calls it, you should do turns.
Yeah.
Like, it's just respectful for everyone else, too.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
Yeah.
Time was
like
yeah.
I don't think it's your job to call time. I think if your opponent calls time, you have to respect that, too.
I don't think
Yeah.
it's fair to the other people who are in the tournament that abide by it as well, though.
Right. Yeah.
Like it's just
Yeah.
not fair to those people because you've really extended out. Like
I
they
get
should
that
have had the
argument
same
for sure, but like
because that's
Yeah.
just fairness, right?
But like, yeah, it depends. Like our F&M group is so like tight knit though.
This was a different thing,
yeah,
you know.
yeah,
Like
for sure.
yeah.
So,
So,
this
like, the
happened.
rules
right,
are
with me.
different.
I went
Oh,
7 minutes
shoot.
over. I'll just.
But the judge never called time.
They never called time.
Yeah,
I
the
had
judge
no
never
idea.
called time.
Yeah,
well, then also like you and your opponent agreed to like
Yeah, both people agreed.
both people.
The judge
agreed
never
it
called
wasn't-
time.
yeah,
Like I have no problem if the judge doesn't call
Yeah.
time.
yeah.
Where I get shady and where I don't like it is when the judge does call time and then you like not you, but like people will just like act like they didn't hear it and make them call it again.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where it crosses the line to me.
Mhm. we popped up on that one.
Did we?
Rules don't matter.
Rules are the only thing that matters.
They do matter.
So I think
Yeah.
like they do and they don't.
Like, why
right?
play a
Like,
game without rules?
Like you would never do that against someone you didn't know, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like do what? What do you mean?
He
Like,
was
extend
only-
the time.
Extend the time. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why, like, that's where yeah. But since we all know each other so well, like, it's fine.
Yeah.
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 All right, what do we have next?
What you gonna
Good
talk
epic.
about? Magic. 30?
Magic 30 on Arena Premier Draft.
Ooh.
Don't play it. Don't waste your gems.
Can I get
It's
Moxes?
Sounds fun.
No, you can't. You can get.
Is it all Phantom?
I don't actually know, honestly. I don't think it is Phantom,
Jeez.
but it's like not a real format at all.
Oh.
Like it's literally just like random cards in random packs.
You're telling
like
me this
random
online game
cards.
is trying to get money? Is trying?
Yeah. Like it is. Like I'm reading the description right now. It says down with cards from all across the game's history.
Ooh.
Nope.
No.
It's from
Any card
Ixalan?
in arena.
yeah.
Any
It's
card in
just arena.
Oh,
Any
man.
card in arena.
Oh man.
Just
Can be-
random.
And not like actual packs of cards, just random any cards from arena.
Wow.
Like,
No,
the
they're
low-
seated like normal packs because the power level isn't that high. But there's rares that just break the entire format.
Well, yeah, they're seeded, but like it's not like you're opening a pack of Ixalan. You're opening
like
a pack of arena that has like
3
8 commons
uncommons.
and
Yeah,
3
yeah.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
It's
I actually think that's kinda neat.
horrible. It's
Wow.
absolute.
That was like a
garbage.
knee jerk reaction. Like I was like, oh yeah, I can play that. That's like Mystery Booster, right?
yeah, it's like
No.
Mystery Booster.
Because they're actually like, there's some thought to like the cards that are put in Mystery Booster. Like they aren't just going to put like a card that does nothing with the rest of the cards in a Mystery Booster. Like there isn't going to be infect cards in your Mystery Booster. Just like one infect card.
Yeah.
There's
I
like
don't know.
toxic cards and like just random nonsense. And you'll see like other, like there was a,
The toxic cards are a little different though, because a lot of those guys were just bears. Like you could just be a 2/2 for 2.
there was a disinformation campaign and not a single other surveil card.
Did you take this information campaign?
Of course
Yeah,
he
of
did.
course I
It's
did.
Demir. Duh.
I ended up going 3-3 and I was so like over it. I had to clear the mind deck.
You just
No.
go, is it, right? That's what you're supposed to do in situations like this.
Yeah.
Just play is it because it's always spells matter.
I played like 3 creatures and Azorius, but splashing a disinformation campaign with 0 surveil cards. and I ended up going 3-3. And my only win con was milling my opponent out. But I had 0 mill cards.
Jeez.
It was clear of the mind, right? Like
Yeah, you just recycle your deck.
yeah.
It
I
draws
got-
you a card too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yep.
good.
It's a good card. That was the best thing you could do in that format. And what was it was Ravnica. But like at the Pro Tour, like one team solved it and everyone in their team drafted this deck. And there was like the top 8. Was like 6 of them were blue-white decks would just clear the mind.
Dude.
That's
They had like
hilarious.
3 creatures.
Jeez.
It was like by far the most busted thing you could do in the format. The removal was super good.
What kind of decks did you lose to?
Bullshit. Like I got someone to like 3 cards in library.
Okay.
I had a full board. They
Yeah.
had 0 creatures. I wrath somehow. I had a wrath in I had Kaya's wrath.
Jeez. Oh,
And
man.
I wrath played out my hand and they White Sun Twilight Twilighted me for a million
Wrecked dweeb.
Oh man.
with 3 cards in library. And I was like, this is the worst format that could ever exist.
Why isn't Twilight good in any format, baby?
Gosh.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's just
we gotta play
broken.
some 1 again.
It was
Damn.
so stupid.
That's hitting the
I
right
was
spot
like,
right
oh,
there.
cool. That's awesome.
That hit the nostalgia right there. I was like, ooh, I remember that.
I'm down for
I
some
just
one.
lose to poison.
I remember people
Cool.
casting that, and I was like, gosh, I just hate you. Like, I just could not. But I've actually beat through it one time.
I've
I beat
beaten
it
it
twice.
before,
Did you?
yeah.
Yeah, it felt real good.
with flash 2 mites
Yeah,
to deal
like-
lethal.
Oh!
Instant.
So good.
2 mites, go to 10 poison. GG.
Oh, that's so good.
Wrecked. Nerd.
So good.
Wait,
I've
this is-
counted it so many times. Like, oh yeah, I love it.
That's so good.
My side's Twilight
I
terrible.
forgot about that. That was good.
It's fine in that format, right? But
Charge the mites, baby.
Charging Lights is bad.
So good.
But
It is bad,
Yeah.
but like
Ma-
it's so good in the situation.
Magic
right?
30 is a trap. You shouldn't draft it.
I'll
Don't
do
waste
it.
your gems.
I'll do it.
I did it once and I regret it.
I'll do it.
It's 1,500 gems too. And it's stupid.
1,500 gyms?
Put
Yeah.
it in
Oh, because
the,
Premiere.
Put in the Discord if you do better than Robi, the
3-3.
mythic player.
Oh, yeah. please do,
Mythic
please do,
player, yeah. I'm not actually
Yeah.
Mythic anymore because the season reset.
Oh, dang.
Once mythic, always mythic, baby. Let's
Yeah.
go.
That's true. That's true. It's
That's
true.
not
You're
true.
still mythic on our hearts.
You gotta get it in every format.
No, once mythic, always mythic.
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's go.
amen. Yeah,
Good.
Hearthstone, they give you card backs for that.
yeah,
Oh,
they
man.
should. Yeah, we should play Hearthstone then.
Did we do that?
I
Dang.
don't get nothing but like 3 packs
No, I don't think they ever did.
and
I was
like
trying to think if they ever
2,000
did that.
gold, something terrible like
I
that.
remember getting mythic when it first came out.
Hearthstone?
Yeah, and, oh yeah. Oh man, that
They
was a
give you
big.
the card back.
That was so good. Like it was such a status when you got there too.
You always play it
Oh,
for
it
like
was
the
so
longest
good.
card.
It was
Like,
so good.
that's the card back you use.
Man, vanilla Hearthstone.
Yeah, fun time.
I
Chef's
only
kiss.
ever got the legend and the
Arena?
what's the like old school format in Hearthstone?
Oh, like
The old format? What's-
yeah, I forget what it's called.
I only got that when Demon Hunter came out. It was like the most degenerate thing you could ever do. And like, so that came out with like do you remember like the odd and even decks with like Baku?
No, dude,
No.
you played.
Oh,
it,
that
you
was
played
a-
Oh, you
way
played
after
way
we
later.
played.
Yeah.
This is like during the pandemic. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In 2020.
I was going to
You
like.
mean the pandemic?
Oh man.
That's funny.
Did I see you playing WoW the other day?
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Whoa.
girlfriend.
Oh.
I don't actually like it. It's just
I keep
like
hitting that. I'm sorry.
it's like the most tedious, not fun thing. I don't know. It's just like work to me. I'm not very high level. I'm like level 8, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm not high level at all.
And you've seen all you need to see.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't genuinely.
Bro. That game
Oh,
was
my
so
God.
I played with my
dope when I was
friends.
like 16.
I play with my friend, and then he'll be like, "Oh, I gotta go." I'll be like, "Oh, I'll probably just stay on and grind a little more." No, instantly die, and I'll be like, "I don't want to play this anymore." I'll just get off immediately. I don't know.
Did you ever play WoW, Andrew?
No, I
It
avoided
has-
it.
It has no nostalgia value for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I never
don't-
played it. I had a chance. I had an opportunity at one point where it was very first coming out. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. But I was playing Final Fantasy online at that time.
I bought it as a kid and it
Oh,
would
man.
barely run. I mean, I wasn't a kid. I was probably like right when it came out. I was probably like 14 to 16, somewhere in
Yeah.
that range. Maybe a little, probably younger, honestly. But like it would barely run on our computer. It was super laggy. Like the internet wasn't good
Yeah.
enough. And we used to like do just the stupidest stuff. Like we used to get a team of like 5 people to kill like a huge giraffe.
Yeah.
And we'd wipe like in the middle of the parents. Like it was so stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't have the nostalgia for it. I didn't play it growing up.
Yeah.
My brothers used to just sit in like the biggest city and just ask people for like a tiny bit of money so they could fly somewhere
Oh, very good.
and just scam people for money all
Yes.
day.
Oh yeah, there were always people. Oh man.
He's like, can I have a few copper for a flight path? And
Yep.
people would give him 2 gold.
Oh man.
And it got to the point where like people were calling him out, like, these guys are just trying to get gold. They've been doing this for 3 days.
Do you remember whenever I read an article about this like during the pandemic?
Oh my gosh.
During the pandemic, where epidemiologists studied this event that happened in WoW, where like they got there was like a thing, there was like a boss that did something, and it had something to do with hunters with their pets, where they could catch this disease, and they like passed it along. What is there's a Hearthstone card based off this.
I have no idea.
It's oh man, come back to me. Epidemiologists, wow, is all I have to Google. There was a certain thing that happened. The corrupted blood plague. Have you heard of this, Ron?
I don't even remember the Hearthstone.
It
card.
like they had to wipe the servers to get rid of this. So there was like a certain boss that would give it to hunters' pets, and if the pet got it, it would just keep it, and like it would give it to the people that were around. So it was just killing everyone in cities. There was just bodies everywhere. Like it was like a actual thing, and epidemiologists studied it. Like actual epidemiologists studied it on like how they used some of that information to like help with the pandemic. Because like people were like trying to be nice and trying to help people, but it just made it worse because it just made this plague spread throughout all of WoW and killed everyone.
That's funny.
Yeah, super, super random. Yep. So what else do we got? Oh yeah, Quick Draft. Wingmantle Chaplain, stupid. And Dominaria United. The bots don't take it high enough in Quick Draft is stupid.
I wouldn't mind playing some DMU again.
Try it on Quick
Kinda
Draft
fun.
and you'll never want to play it again.
I liked I had fun playing the Defender deck all the time.
Yeah, I did
was
too.
okay.
But
Then you could play the
You
5
show
color.
a brawler.
Yeah,
The
you
Shovel
could play the 5
Brawler.
color deck.
it's sick.
The 5 color deck was always fun too.
Yeah, Territorial Maru, my boy.
What was the
Oh,
1
man,
mana
that
plus
was
5/5?
That guy is my
Guy is might.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Guy
good
is
one. That
might.
led to some. Oh man,
the Shoba Brawler is sick.
that was always fun, man. When people figured out the 5 color deck and then you just super contested. Oh man, that was a lot of fun. All the kicker cards. Gosh,
Somehow
damn, I'm
it
getting nostalgic
was
for that.
always super contested, but I was always in it.
Yeah. That's why I was super contested, because you were always in our
'Cause
pod.
yeah.
Right? Like,
If you remember the store championship where I ended up going 5 color because like I was like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to. It was the old episode. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, I was trying to be like disciplined and not just be in 5 color. And I just was in 5 color. Anyways, it was super open. Yeah. And I got like I tabled mythics.
Jeez,
Yeah. Sick.
brutal.
Dominaria United is a sick format, not in Quick Draft though.
It's been a while since I got
not
to
as
play
sick
a
as
store.
mom. Oh, sorry.
Was
Mom
there-
is sick.
Was there a store championship for Lord of the Rings?
Nobody would ever do that except you, Andrew.
Yeah, well,
I would do
yeah.
it and force Rakdos just to ruin it.
Yeah,
I would too.
worked out well. Go
I'm on
Grixis.
it. I'm on it too. I'm forcing Rakdos.
Yeah, I heard it last week. Thank you. You
You're
did your
welcome.
part.
I did my part.
I will also do that every time we play Lord of the Rings, no matter what.
It worked out very well.
Did you hear the part where I was like, yeah, I did it for all the blue and white and green white players? And then Andrew was like, what are you talking about? I was like, yeah, I did crush them all. But
Yeah.
I was like, dang it.
Like if there were more Rakdos players, it would have been more Robin Hood of you.
There
Yeah,
was a
I
lot
know.
of Rakdos
It
players
was
in that
5
pod,
of
though.
the
There
6
was,
people.
yeah,
Like,
everybody played
we're in red
Rakdos.
or black. Yeah.
It was
5 of
the packs
6.
were super deep. They were like
They
incredibly
weren't
deep packs.
even like there was just that's how every draft in this format is.
They were incredibly deep.
Red and black is just super deep.
I played Grixis. It was good.
Yeah,
I was
saw
basically
you do it.
I was basically playing mono blue, splashing.
I saw the Andrew Tail. Well, I opened a mythic bomb, and so I just drafted those colors, and they were there. And
Tale as old as time.
Won the draft.
Song as old as rhyme.
I happened to open a mythic Grixis card.
Yeah.
In the best Grixis format that we've seen in a quarter century.
It was like opening a witch hunter in front of everybody. What was it? Was it witch hunter?
Animar.
Animar, yeah. It was like opening Animar in front of everybody. They just got to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Breach the Multiverse. But Breach the Multiverse is cooler than Saruman. Which is cooler?
It was like opening that.
Which is more swag points? Breach the Multiverse. Yeah.
No. Breach the Multiverse is way
Breach the
more
Multiverse.
toxic. It's so stupid. Like, the fact that you can't even win it unless you cast it 3 times. Just a knock
so cool.
It's a knock on you.
Yeah.
It makes you a scumbag.
Sauron just sits there and they just have to. Well, the
Saruman's a scumbags card too.
No.
It just sits there and you have to just look at it.
Oh, it only has ward. You have to sacrifice a legendary enchantment.
Yeah, you
Mascot exhibition all day.
You sacrifice one rings to it.
Card. Yeah.
OG best rare ever.
Oh, that was a good one. That was
stupid.
pretty good.
Yep. Strixhaven's. We were trying to draft Strixhaven tonight, but they didn't have it.
Great format.
Great format, actually. Yeah.
You said there were only 2 schools that were viable, though.
No,
we said that there were
Temur
3
and
decks.
Orzhov, which is like
all the
colors.
Yeah. So like literally every color pair except red white was trash.
Like imagine if green white was viable in Lord of the Rings and how cool that would be. Then it would be a fun set.
Yeah. And like
It'd be Grixis and green white. And then you'd be like, oh, we can pick any card in a pack. Cool.
yeah. Yeah. It's like you could either be degenerate or play aggro. Right?
Yeah.
And it was tight. That's so cool.
When's the last time anybody on this table drafted green white?
Who was the last person?
You draft green white all the time, and Phyrexia all will be one. You're the little toxic boy.
No, the toxic boy right here.
Yeah,
I did do that. I did that.
Little toxic creatures.
I did that
Toxic
actually.
boy.
Yeah. What did I do? I started doing toxic. Oh man, I started doing like Boros toxic by the end of that format. Oh, it was so good.
I had like blue-white toxic decks by the end of the format.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Oh man.
Yeah, that was
crazy.
That was like not a deep format, but like
I liked it.
I
It was
liked
good.
it.
I liked
yeah.
it. I thought it was
Good
fun.
set. It kind of was there for a while though, but it was fun.
I feel like Brothers War wasn't there long enough.
I feel like I always like the sets that I don't get enough of, like Mom, Strixhaven, Midnight Hunt.
We played so much. I've played.
I thought you
so
played a
much
lot of Mom, right?
Yeah. I
thought you
was
guys
getting
were
tired of it.
I
and
didn't
then-
play any Mom. Like I was
Yeah.
gone for a lot of that set.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Although
After
the times I
playing
did come
it
back,
again,
I did
I'm like,
win.
Ooh yeah.
See, we didn't get enough.
Halo Charge Scab. Ooh yeah.
Trash
Sick. Sick. It's a bomb.
with an actual bomb. It's a bomb.
I didn't always put Breach the Multiverse back on top.
Wow.
Sometimes it was a random removal.
If I had a sticker, I
Wow.
would give it to you.
Sometimes I didn't actually have Breach the Multiverse in my
Yeah.
graveyard, right? Like,
Sometimes you didn't even put a card on top. You do that to
That's-
me?
did I?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
said.
'cause
Nah,
I have
I'm not gonna put any
counters.
cards on top.
Yeah, because I need a land to get a Breach. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yep. Breach the Multiverse.
I almost
It's
beat
a bomb.
Breach. I'm so pissed. I almost beat Breach.
Yep.
Is that all we
So-
got?
Yeah, I think that's all we got this week.
Was that it?
Yep.
Put your boys on the flippy phone.
Yep.
All right.